Hello, good afternoon. My name is Alvin Velasquez. I would like to introduce myself. The reason I did this video is to be able to share some of my story with you. You know, about an incident that happened to me yesterday too. You see, the reason I let my hair grow is for social experiment. You know, it's a social experiment that I'm trying to do due to the fact that we do face a lot of discrimination due to our appearance and our color of our race. And these people think that we are stupid. No, it's not that we stupid, it's that we naive. Sometimes we welcome people and we teach them all our resources and they take advantage of us. No, I'm 36 years old. All right. When I came to this country, I was very young. I was at the age of 10 years old. I'm an American by born, but I was born in Central America. But I'm a United States citizen and also a citizen of the Republic of Honduras. Yesterday, man, I could have got killed. No, I could have got killed. I could have got assassinated in my own apartment. That's one of the reasons why I had to make this video today. Somebody had the audacity to call the police on me and they call the EMT on me, talking about they concerned about me and talking about they wanted to help me. All right. As you could see in the video that I had posted previously, Mr. Sergeant Brosman, he was attempted to reach for his gun so he could shoot me. Now, how many times this happened before to people getting killed due to mental illness diagnosis by psychiatrists, by doctors prescribing the wrong medication. All right. I remember when I was in Honduras and my mother called me and told me, son, when you see me, if you have any kind of heart, you're going to feel like I'm not the same no more. I didn't believe it until I seen it. No, around the COVID pandemic, I was not in the country. I had left because I had issues in here due to housing situation when shelters trying to shelter me in a system that I'm not used to living. Around people that is disorderly, people that's nasty, people that is on drugs, people that got mental problems, real mental problems. You understand? And they can't care for themselves. They put all those people together and bunch them up like animals. Like if it was like, they start fighting, killing each other and all that. So that led me to a depression, right? Because at that moment I was working. I had a job. I was paying my taxes and everything. I was working for the government. I was working for the NYC Ferry. Prior to that, I was working with Kirby Inland Marine as a deckhand. And I also worked for Gulfstream Marine. I worked for Jacinto Port. I worked a lot. I have put in a lot to my social. But yeah, so when I got in 2017, when I lost my job due to a dismissal for false accusation, I got real depressed. Then I lost everything. I lost my job, I lost my car, I lost my home. I even lost my family on top of that. My family didn't want me no more because they didn't see me flossing no more. They didn't see me with money. They didn't see me with name brands. So everybody was just basically throwing me away to the side. So I got real depressed. And I started using heavy drugs. I started smoking weed. I started looking for validation around the wrong crowd, around the wrong community, around the wrong people. And some of these people would just take advantage of me and just use me. And sometimes whenever I had some money, I would go look for them if I could get high with them. And that's the only thought that I would be able to do my social work, for social reason, But I came to realize that after I went through all these difficulties, I even got admitted to Gracie Square Hospital in a psychiatric unit. And when I came out, my mother told me to come over, but I was already sedated by medication that this psychiatrist had prescribed me. I couldn't really help out my mother in the best way I can, but I tried my best. I would take her laundry, I would go cook for her, I would clean the house for her, but my family, my brothers didn't like that. They was jealous of the fact that I was helping my mother recover from that depression, because the depression was the one that killed my mother. All right, depression killed my mother. You know, mental health is serious. Mental health is not a disease; it's a condition that society could make you go through if you're not mentally strong-minded. You know, so they didn't want me in the house. They was jealous of the fact that I was helping my mother around the house. They started doing the nasty things, starting spitting snot in the sink, leaving the toilet unflushed. I would have to flush the toilet after them. After they eat, they would leave they plates on the sink to pile up, and all that stuff got me uncomfortable. So I was like, Ma, I can't live like this. She didn't want me to say nothing. She told me, just don't ignore it, son. Don't say nothing. Just ignore it. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't ignore it. So I had to tell her, Ma, I love you and everything, but I cannot live here under this condition. I'm going to have to leave. And I decided to go back to the homeless shelter. All right? So what happened, me residing in the homeless shelter, they took my mother and threw her in a hospital and didn't even go see her. No. Mom's almost a whole entire 2 weeks went by to a month. My mother was in the hospital with nobody visiting her. And one day I decided to go visit my mother in the hospital on September 9th of 2021. And when I seen my mother, this medical protection had already given my mother all kind of stuff, injection. They didn't even ask her, they didn't even explain to her what was the side effects of the things that they was giving her. My mother was bloated like a balloon. So I asked them, like, hey, why is my mother looking this way? They like, I'm insinuating something. I'm just asking. I'm inquiring about my mother's condition. Don't I have the right to inquire? All right? So I don't have a problem with the law. I don't have a problem with the officers or anything like that. That's the issue. A lot of these people think that I'm a troublemaker. They think that I don't want no police. And no, I do want police. And I want a safe environment. I want peace in the world. You understand? What I don't like is people violating rights. No, you think it's right for anybody to come to my apartment and sabotage me because supposedly someone called because they concerned about me, but they call the police and they call EMT, and then the superintendent in my place, a resident, give them the key and open my door for these people could enter my apartment and harm me. You think that's safe? Huh? Like I said it before, over here we don't own anything. Because if somebody else has a key to your apartment and you paying for it monthly, every month I'm paying rent, no, and then he got the nerves to actually break and enter to my apartment without my consent, that's a violation. So what kind of help I need? How come I have not get a legal attorney? How come I have not got a representation for all the wrong things that was done to me, for all the abuse, the neglect, the harassment? No lawyers have ever trying to help me here in New York City. Since 2022, I have been getting sabotaged here in New York City. They have attempted many times to destroy me, to kill me in this country. All right? In 2022, in May 27 of 2022, I was going through it. I was sleeping on the train. I was walking around like all over. My brothers had closed the door on me. They didn't welcome me in the house. They basically left me in the street. I didn't have nowhere to go to. No. I decided to go seek a psychiatrist because I was facing difficulty. So I went to Presbyterian, Wells Cornell, because they know me. They have my chart. Okay? They had admitted me to one of their hospitals, which was Gracie Square. So at that time, when I went to Wells Cornell Presbyterian Hospital, which is located in York, New York, York and 68 in York, okay, I was only there for them 5 minutes to 10 minutes. They put me in the CFEBs. I got, the uniform, the procedure, how it goes there. The ones that been there, they will know. And they told me, as the psychiatrist came and asked me, and I told them, I explained myself. I told them what I was going through. And they told me that I was faking my diagnosis. Wow. They told me I was faking my diagnosis. So what I did, I was disappointed. I packed my things to get ready to leave and go back to battle the situation that I'm battling. And then again, they was framing me, talking about that I was under the influence of drugs and alcohol and all that. Sometimes I would even try to get myself admitted to some kind of program, just to prove to them. But they kept sabotaging me any kind of way. So I packed my things and I noticed that my property was missing. One of my cell phone was missing out of my, from the offices, the voucher. Then I asked them, hey man, my phone is missing. Where did you put my phone? And he told me it's in your bag. So when I tried to go in my bag to find where my phone is at, my phone wasn't there. So I requested, for a review of the camera. They told me to leave the hospital that I was trespassing as a patient. Well, Metro Plus, my health insurance, has been paying all these medical bills, paying all these people to sabotage me. So yesterday I contacted Metro Plus, right, my health insurance, to tell them the crisis that I'm going through, that I don't feel comfortable. I feel like my life is in danger because somebody is attempting to harm me. Out of nowhere, the police pops up to my door. EMT pops into my door, and then they're trying to force me out of my house, my apartment, my so-called apartment, and basically trying to embarrass me and humiliate me in society. You know? When the SWAT team came, because the SWAT team that came, the guy did tell me if I didn't know, if I'm not concerned about people caring for me, I mean, I want help. I want people to help me. I want people to care for me, but not in that kind of way. What kind of help is that? By you sending police to my house, by you sending EMT to my house to drag me out of my house without my consent? Why they didn't wait for me to say, hey, I need policing or I need ambulance? Can you send it here for me? Why they didn't wait for my consent? No, they're not in charge of my life. They don't make decisions for me, all right? So the thing is with this psychiatrist and this medical protection, they think they got full control over your life, all right? And they use your mental health against you. They use the disability for they can sabotage you. And nobody gonna sabotage me. Nobody gonna take control of my rights, all right? I don't allow that. No, my civil rights has been violated multiple times here in the United States and in New York City, and I have not found a lawyer or no legal attorney to represent me. Okay, that's why I'm sharing this story with y'all, for y'all to understand what was the reason of all these things that happened yesterday and all the videos that I posted. Today is September the 2nd. And y'all have a blessed day, and I wish y'all all well.